If there's one thing I don't want to consider too much about an Innistrad set, it's the flavor. Greetings, you captivating vampires! I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and this is the Crack-A-Pack on LRRMTG, where today I'm opening this Collector Booster of Innistrad Remastered. If you want to see some Innistrad Remastered, we did a full Friday Night Paper Fight, the video for which is up on this channel, but I didn't play it, so this is my first time opening a pack of this set, and a Collector Booster, no less. I actually don't know what we could open. But let's find out together. We start with Murderous Compulsion. 1 and a black for a sorcery, destroy target tapped creature, and it has Madness. The only thing I remember about this card is that when it came out, everyone was like, that guy doing the stabbing looks kind of like Brian Kibler. And it doesn't. And Kibler's got long hair now. But maybe it looks a little like Kibler. I like when the Madness cards are like, this is the cost, and the Madness cost is the same. You could just do it either way. It's easier to remember. I should have said, because this is a collector booster, all cards are just regular foil, unless otherwise specified. Stitched Mangler. 2 and a blue for a 2/3 zombie horror. It enters tapped, and when it enters, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, because it's carrying around a bear trap, which seems cumbersome, but effective, I guess. Why does it enter tapped? Because it's also caught in the trap? It's just better at getting itself out of the trap? I have flavor questions. But if there's one thing I don't want to consider too much about an Innistrad set, it's the flavor. Ugh. Speaking of the Horrid Swarm. An 8 mana 4/4 Eldrazi insect. When you cast this spell, create 2 1/1 green insect creature tokens, and it has Emerge for 6 and a green. So you can cast it by sacrificing a creature and then paying the emerge cost reduced by that creature's mana value. So, to use the example of the Stitched Mangler, which has a mana value of 3, if I cast this for its emerge cost, it's only 4 mana, 3 and a green, and sacrificing the Stitched Mangler to get a 4/4 and 2 1/1s, which seems pretty cool. Except then you have a creature that looks like, I just now realized, even though this predates it, it looks like Ramina from the Elden Ring DLC, but without the lady torso in the middle of these 2 bugs. If you don't know the Elden Ring DLC, what I just said probably sounds mad. Hinterland Logger is next. It's 1 and a green for a 2/1 human werewolf with this werewolf ability. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform this creature, and it transforms into Timber Shredder, a 4/2 with trample, with the other half of the old werewolf ability. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform this creature. This is honestly a very reliable werewolf. It's a 2/1 for 2, and then it turns into a 4/2 with trample, and sometimes that can just kill someone. Technically a 2/1 could kill someone if your opponent was doing nothing, but more than likely you're going to need that 4/2. Ooh, speaking of wolves and werewolves, wolves or werewolves, attacking werewolves or werewolf, Ulrich's Kindred, 2 and a red for a 3/2 wolf with trample, but it has an activated ability for 3 and a green. Target attacking wolf or werewolf gains indestructible until end of turn. Very good on a 4/2 with trample. This is what I'm saying. Ulrich's Kindred, I recall punching pretty far above its weight. Ooh, Ghoulish Procession. 1 and a black for an enchantment. Whenever 1 or more non-token creatures die, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. This ability triggers only once each turn and takes a really long time to resolve on Arena. Oh, yeah, it says that right there. I think they fixed it now, or at least they made it faster. But I just know that when this set came out on Arena, not this set, because this set's not on Arena. When Midnight Hunt came out on Arena, I just remember that the animation for a decayed zombie dying at the end of combat took a really long time, but also, like, didn't stack properly. So if you attacked with 3 of them, you had to watch each of them go, repeatedly. And it was annoying. But I think it's faster now. Or maybe I just haven't made a bunch of decayed zombies in a while. Anyway, Ghoulish Procession is actually pretty annoying if you can make the deck work for it. And if not, then don't run it. These are the kind of amazing strategy tips that you too can hear at LRRMTG. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers. Town Gossip Monger. I actually really quite like this card. It's a 1/1 for a single white, and then tap it and tap an untapped creature you control to transform this creature. So you tap this creature and the one they're talking to. You go,
Hey, let me tell you about something wild. That logger over there, werewolf.
and then everyone gets angry and turns into the Incited Rabble, a 2/3 red human that says this creature attacks each combat if able, and for 2 generic mana, it also gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Because they get real mad, they get their torches and pitchforks, and they run up to Beast's castle, and yeah. A land. Oh, wow. Cool. It's a basic plains, but it's in a retro frame. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that out of Innistrad Remastered, considering Innistrad has never been in retro frames, but it's a very nice looking plains. So that's cool. Now we're into the spice. Nope, it's just it's a retro framed common. This is not foil. It's Borrowed Hostility, single red mana for an instant with Escalate 3, and you choose one or both. You can only choose both if you pay the Escalate cost. Target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Target creature gains first strike until end of turn. So both of those are on Swift Strike as 1 in a red, but that can only target 1 creature. The flexibility here is 2 creatures, and it can really mess with combat. I think Borrowed Hostility doesn't get enough respect as a combat trick. Also, why the Borrowed Hostility? Is this dude just like taking that other person's axe? Are they like, no, I'll be having that axe, thank you? So that's retro frame non-foil. I'm always fascinated by the Coalition and Collector Boosters. Speaking of retro frame non-foil, we have Spider Spawning. 4 and a green for a sorcery. Create a 1/2 green spider token with reach for each creature in your graveyard. And flashback for 6 and a black. All-time classic Innistrad banger, Spider Spawning. Amazing. I do like that for cards with flashback or threshold or something, when they print cards in the retro frame, they persist in putting that stupid little clip art headstone up in the corner that they introduced originally to be like, hey, this card's relevant in the graveyard. And I know I said that it's stupid and that I like it. Those are both true. It is stupid and I like it. Both can be true. Non-foil retro frame Spider Spawning. Okay, well now what? Okay, now we have a foil retro frame Grapple with the Past. 1 and a green for an instant, mill 3 cards, then you may return a creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. And this is the really, like, grim one of the, presumably the little girl who's been turned into an Eldrazi retrieving her teddy bear from the wishing well. This is dark, but also very cool. And it's just so weird seeing Innistrad cards in retro frame. Oh good. Conjurer's Closet. 5 mana artifact. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. I recall trying, and not just me, I recall people trying to make this work in its original format, which I think was Avacyn Restored, and it didn't quite work in Draft. But this seems like a fun reprint to have for Commander. All right, 3 more cards. Next we have, a little known card called Conjurer's Closet. Wait, huh? This one, however, is non-foil, but also borderless. So that's neat. It does the same thing the previous Conjurer's Closet does. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile the creature you control to the battlefield under your control. But it's got different flavor text and different art from Donato Giancola and is non-foil. Cool. Well, I guess this must be something that is relevant to Commander, or else why would they have given it the fancy option? Next, oh, awesome, good. I was hoping we'd open one of these. This is a Conjurer's Closet, but this one's non-foil in the retro frame. What? What? Did someone cast Conjurer's Closet on the card collation machine? And it was like, right, this time I'll put in the Conjurer's Closet. And then it got blinked and forgot what it was doing and was like, right, where was I? Yeah, right, Conjurer's Closet. Oh, I should put in a Conjurer's Closet. That's hilarious. I love now that the flavor text on the original is tomorrow wears yesterday's face. Because I certainly do feel like I'm going through some kind of time travel shenanigans. Okay, there's only one more card in here that's not the token. And if it's a fourth, somehow different variant Conjurer's Closet, I'm going to dive through a window. Okay, we're safe. It's Vanquish the Horde. 6 white for a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. Seems like a very handy and useful board wipe effect. Again, probably very good for Commander. This one is borderless and foil. And then we have a token that's two... Inside this token, there are 2 wolves. One is a 2/2 in green, and the other is a 1/1 in black with Death Touch. Cool.
So
if you missed any of the cards that I opened, most of them are Conjurer's Closet.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
So you got a regular foil Conjurer's Closet,
Yeah.
a full art non-foil,
Yeah.
and a retro
Non-foil.
non-foil.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Give me a moment.
Okay. So our total for the pack is $24.67. This is going off Card Kingdom prices. And it won't surprise you to learn that that is mostly Conjurer's Closets by volume. They're $4 and $5 across the 3 of them. And Vanquish the Horde also coming in at a cool several dollars. Now, the question of what I would take here, I mean, probably the Wrath, though. If you're drafting Innistrad, you are obliged to also just take spider spawning and force spider spawning. That's like a rite of passage we all must go through. And then, you know, I don't have to worry about taking a Conjurer's Closet and putting the 2 people to my left into a blink deck. I'll just pass all 3 closets and let them sort themselves out. It was very funny collation. Well, thanks us for this pack of cards that was ours. Just figured you might want to see, you know, something brand new on the Crack-A-Pack for once. So that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Reminder, everything we do here at Loading Ready Run is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun or by becoming a member on this YouTube channel. I have been Graham. James is on tech. Shoutouts to the editors, as always, and thank you all for watching. We'll talk to you next time.